Hey everyone, are you looking for online training? You want to know more about the course and job opportunities? Are you from non-IT background? No problem. Here's the best place where you can register for free demo at greatonlinetraining.com. Greatonlinetraining.com provides online training in different courses like SAS Clinical Training, SAS Financial Training, SAS Certification Training, SAP ABAP Training, Big Data and Hadoop Training, and more. And also, GreatOnlineTraining.com provides online training with resume preparations and job support, conducting mock interviews, 100% guarantee to clear the certification in your course. Everyday class materials, daily tasks including videos, and lots more. So what are you waiting for? Please log into www.greatonlinetraining.com and register for free demo today.
Hi guys, this is Naidu from Great Online Training and I'm from India. And today we are going to learn about what are the different input methods we already have in SAS. In last class we have learned like different input methods like list input, column input, formatted input, name input. These are the input methods and what are the use and all those stuff we have learned. So now we have one more input method that is called formatted input method, bit elaborate today. So that means just imagine as of now in SAS we can able to read the data, the characters and numerics. We can able to read it. The numerical data without giving any dollar sign anything, the SAS default it can read it. But whereas coming to the character data, you need to give the dollar sign to read that particular data into SAS environment. That is fine. Suppose just imagine if you got the data as a dates. Just imagine that is today's date or yesterday's date, or else the patient came to the hospital, that is called visit. That visit date we got it. So like the dates we got it. How we are going to handle the dates, how we are going to read the dates in a proper way is the today's concept. First of all, what I'll do is I'll try to open, go for day 3. So here we are done with input and now we have one more class called format and informant. Right click on that. Copy all the code. Come to your SAS window and paste here. So now all the code is ready with us. Okay. So now today I'll explain what is the use of this particular concept of format and informant and what is the use. First of all, I have some dates like 21/05/1990. I have 05/08/1991, 07/09/1992. You have around 3 different dates, 90, 91 and all the stuff. It's fine. Now my intention is I want to read these date formats into SAS environment. First of all, what I'll do is I'll try to create my dataset name with the name of MEDI. You know that instead of MEDI, if you want it, you can write anything. Now the second step, you are using input statement, PID, nothing but patient ID, age of that particular patient you are giving, and as well as J date, nothing but joining date of that patient or student or else employee. Just imagine whatever you wanted, you just consider. J date is not a statement or something like that. It is just a variable name. J date is joining date. L date is nothing but leaving date. You can consider like that. So you have created three variables and you have given a card statement. PID will be the 100, age will be the 24 years, and J date will be the 21/05/1990. It's the same thing again here, 101, 24/05/08/1991. 102, it's a 25/07/09/1992, and semicolon and run. Proc print data equal to medi and run. So what happened? We are assuming that these dates can able to read by SAS in a proper way. That's what our assumption. So what I'll do is I'll try to run the program and I'll see output what I'm getting it. If you see your output, you are getting JDate is a missing, and go to the log also. It's clearly saying that invalid data for this line and invalid data for this and this. These three invalid messages we have it. That means the date is not reading in a proper way. See that? PID age is reading properly, but JDate you are getting missing, and as well as JDate here also missing, here also missing. Total three observations we have. That's the reason why we got the three invalid messages. So what is the problem here? The JDate is in the form of a date format. So if I use the character sign here, then how it is going to be? If I use the dollar sign, JDate with a dollar, if I'm giving, that means I'm thinking that this data I can read it as a character. Yes, you can read it as a character. See that how it is going to be. It will be read it as a character. The output also displaying like 21/05/19, 05/08/19, and 07/09/19 you are getting. That means total 8 characters of your length it is displaying. The reason behind that is the JDate variable will be displayed in the form of character. Even though, see, if it is not in a date, suppose just imagine if I'm writing Naidu in the middle, so still it will think that it will be read it into SAS in proper way. So as a characters only, but it should not be, see, 21/Naidu. Generally speaking, this is not at all a valid date, but SAS it is thinking that it is like a some character data only. So that means if you use the character sign, yes, we can able to manage up to somewhat, but that is not reading as a date. It is just reading as a some characters. That's it. Okay. Right now, if you are giving 21 also, 2 is one character, 1 is one character. It is not completely 21. 2, 1 slash is one character, 05 is one character, 0 is one character, 5 is one character. Like that, everything will be read as a character. That's the reason why SAS cannot able to understand what date, what information that is, what we are displaying there. So that what we can do, we can write two statements here. That is what our today's concept. The concept is informant. Informant is the statement is used for to convert that particular dates into a numbers. Suppose 21/05, 21/05/1990. So 05/08/1991, 07/09, and this will all the values. So what I'll do is I'll try to run this program same with informant. I'm writing informant. Informant for JDate. You're writing it. So what you're writing? DD, nothing but date. MM, nothing but month. YY, year. 10 is nothing but total 10 digits of your length. You're reading it into SAS environment. So that if I run the program, what happened was just to see this. Informant is the statement is using it here to read that particular date values into SAS environment. So by using this informant statement, that values will be converted as a some numbers. But right now you don't know that what is this numbers. See, those numbers is nothing but 11 0 98 11 0 539 11 938 and all the data you are getting it here, but unfortunately you don't know what it is. But we know that in previous class we discussed already, SAS default date will be the January 1st 1960. We already know that. So that what happened now, why that particular January 1st 1960 came into picture, the reason behind that is SAS will always gives that particular numbers whatever you are seeing here, these numbers based on that particular date only. That means how many days differences between your January 1st 1960 onwards your 2105 1990, how many days. Generally we know that 365 days for your general year, 366 days for your leap year. So when you are calculating the dates wise up to dates also, so that what happen, you will get some dates. So whatever the information is displaying, it is number of days, nothing but your this particular date. What is this date? 21st to 05 1990. This date, how many days difference between your January 1st 1960 and this one? 11,900, sorry, 11,098 date, 98 days is difference between your January 1st and this date. And the same thing happened here also. So 05 08 1991 to your January 1st 1960, how many days? So those days will be displayed as a 11,539. So that means if we are adding January 1st 1960 plus 11,539 days, that is equal to your this date is also same 0109 1992. It is displaying as a some dates. What I'll do is I'll try to give the, instead of 1990 I'll give the 1980, or else I'll give the 1880. What happened? So this is the value before of your 1960. So that what happened, this is going to read these values as a minus values. See, minus 220 minus 29,078 days difference. That means around before. So the values after your 1960 January 1st, all the values will be readed as a plus values. The values before of your 1960 will be readed as a minus values. Now you can able to see this is all about your minus values. Got it? Yes. And okay. And one more concept is here, like if you are looking into your results, you cannot able to say that what date it is. You can able to tell that SAS is reading something, but you don't know what exactly the date is refers to. Again, you need to convert these particular numbers into our original date formats. Okay, like a human readable language. See, whatever right now it is displaying, it is just machine readable language of your SAS programming, we can say. That means SAS know that what number this number is refers to which date, but as a human being you don't know that how it is going to be read. So that what we need to do, we need to apply one more statement to convert that particular numbers into a standard dates. So that's the reason why another statement came into picture, that is called format. When I use the format is the statement converting of your JDate. So nothing but your JDate variable you are converting into a standard date format. You're writing how you want to read your date. You want to read it as a MMDD 10 dot. Yes, that is also fine. You can read it. So that month will be first and date will be, day will be the next and year will be the next. You will get it. See this? Right now there is a problem here. I think something writing mistake here. J date, right? The spelling mistake. So if I run the program again, so you can able to see the date is reading in a proper way. So first month is reading, after that day, after that year. So that is the use of format and informant. I am repeating one more time for the informant and format statement. Informant is the statement is used for converting of your date values into a numbers. That numbers will be created based on your January 1st, 1960. Whereas coming to the format is the date, format is the statement is used for converting of that particular numbers into a standard dates. So those dates are nothing but MMDDYY standard format or whatever you want it, you will get it. If I run the program, so then automatically you will get your output whatever you want it, you got it. So right now you just see why I'm giving 10 digits, nothing but total 10 digits of length. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Total 10 digits of your length. Suppose if I reduce my size to the 8 digits, just imagine I'm just changing only these things in format. I'm writing in a 8 digits format so that you run the program and now you can able to see the 8 digits nothing but the year. Instead of displaying the year in a 4 digits, it will be displayed only 2 digits. See 80, 91 and 92. Got it? So you can reduce your size also, or else if you want you can write instead of mmddyy you can write the ddmmyy also. The only constant you need to write is you need to write your informant statement according to the data, but output is your wish. The format statement is nothing but your output. If you want it, you can write it any way. You want it as a YYMMDD also, you can write it. DDMMYY also, you can write it. How you want it, you can write it. But informant statement, you need to write it based on your data. First of all, SAS need to know that what is the date and what is the month and what is the year. SAS need to know that. Then remaining all the concept will be easy for you. So right now this is all fine. So now what I'll do is I'll try to write the format statement in the data in the proc step. See, I'll run the program. What happened now? It will be just giving some numbers. Some numbers. Go to your library and check into your work library. What dataset you have created? MIDI, right? You open your MIDI dataset. How it is showing those numbers? Still it is some numbers only. Okay, the JDate is displaying with some numbers, but my intention is not to display some numbers here. I want to display only an output. I'm changing. See what I'm writing. I can write the format step. If you want it, you can write it in the data step. If you want it, you can write it in the proc step. Only for format, but in format always you need to write in the data step only, but format I'm talking about. So I'm writing proc print data equal to midi format jdate. I'm giving ddmmyy8 dot format. I'm giving it. So when I'm giving it, so it will be displayed. You need to see two things here. When you are looking means when you are running your output, the output is proper up to 8 digits with the date formats and everything is displaying. But whereas coming to your data set, go there and check your data set. The data set still with some numbers. The reason behind that is whenever we are writing any program, we are doing something within a dataset level, it will affect on your dataset. But right now the format, the statement we are applying in a proc step, nothing but procedure level. This procedure level, when you are doing something, it will only display in your output only. It will not show any effect on your dataset. Suppose if you write this particular format step in the data step itself, that means you are writing here itself, then it will be applicable in both places. If I write it here, it will be applicable in data step and as well as your proc step also it is valid. I hope you are clear up to this part. If you are understanding this program well and remaining all the programs you can easily understand. See, right now,
I'm kind of,
yes,
this is
continue,
Raymond. I'm
man.
kind of lost on this on the last part. Can you repeat this last part? on the proc print.
Proc print thing. Okay. Suppose just imagine what happened. So you're writing right proc print data equal to medi data. So when I'm applying a format statement in the proc step, so that the output only will show with a proper date. See the output you can able to see a proper date, but whereas coming to your data set will still with numbers only, still with some numbers. The reason behind that is the format statement you have applied only for your output purpose only. That means you have applied in the proc step only, not in the data step. But if you apply the particular step in the data step, so you can able to see that information in data set, or else if you want to see the same information in output on also. Understand where we are filtering out? Format is the statement you can use it data step or proc step. If you use proc step, only output will get affected, data set will not work. Means the data set, those options will not work. You need to understand that. Clear? Okay.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. Right now, I'm just giving, I have just forget about this particular 35th line right now. So just come here, 37. Data MIDI. So input statement PID in a patient ID, age and JDate I'm giving. In format statement, JDate will be the joining date I'm giving DDMMYY 10 dot. Format of your JDate I'm giving DDMMYY 7 dot. So then what happened? I'll give it as a 8 dot. What happened? Tell me how it is going to be read into SAS. Anyone can speak out.
Can you repeat the question?
So here I'm just giving informant statement will be DDMMYY 10 dot, but output I'm writing as a DDMMYY 8 dot. So that how the output is going to be displayed for your JDate.
DDMMYY 8 dot. It will display
8 dot, right?
210590.
Okay. So my question is here, if I'm giving 8 dot, then there is no harm in that 91, 90, 11 it will be displayed. Suppose if I'm displaying with a 10 digits, how it is going to be?
1890 and
1890, that is fine. 1991 is fine. What about that 11? Is it
11
1911,
will
1811,
no.
2011?
Yeah,
It will be just displayed 11. 1911.
Is it 1911? Let's see then.
And
no, it's 1100.
Okay, we will see. Then why
I
we,
guess it will show some special characters.
that is fine. That is fine. It have some special character. I'll talk about that later on. So right now, if I run the program, you can able to see as a 2011. How it is happening?
it's like Jan. Its default date is Jan 1st, 1960, right?
Yes, you're right.
So it calculates the date from that date.
Yes, exactly. From there onwards, 100 years it will calculate.
Yeah.
So the 100 years, 11 years will be fall under what? In 2011 only.
2011, yeah.
Okay. Suppose if I'm giving some value as a 80, tell me where it will fall.
1980.
Exactly, you are right. So it will be fall under 1980. See, you got it. So now my intention is I have given 80, but I want to read this as a 1880. How I can read it?
DDMMYY 10 dot.
Yes, you are right. But I want it as a 1880, not 1980. Default you are getting up to 1980 is fine. But this 80, I want to read it as a 1880, not 1980. Then you need to write the options year cutoff equal to just mention 1800. So that SAS will default, it will take it from 1800 onwards. So it's a run. Now from now onwards you run any program, the 2 digits of year will be displayed as a 18 dots on, means 18 years only, 18th century. See, you got it as a 1880. What you have done, you just written options year cutoff equal to 1800 you have given. Clear? Absence year cutoff equal to 1800, so that remaining all the stuff will be get read it into SAS environment in a proper way. Okay, suppose I want to read it as
And
a
that cutoff is going to
1700.
be on.
Just hold on a second. If I want to read it in a 1700, yes, you can able to read it 1700 also. How far you can give it? Can I give it as a 1200? 12th century, is it okay? No, there is no change. Go to the log. See, it is giving a message absence of year cutoff. You can give it between of your 1582 onwards, 19,900 only you can give it. This is the only limit between of your year cutoff. You can write it anything after your 1582 up to 19,900. Yes, man, you are talking something. Continue.
I think I got it now. Okay, I
Yeah.
understand it.
You got it? Okay then. So then this is of your year cutoff. And one more thing, this options is global options. Once you activated, now this means it's activated. From now onwards, you run any programs. Sorry, I'll make it as a 1600. You run any program, these options will work. So I'm going to deal with these global options clearly on the one more class. I'm going to explain that. But right now you need to understand, once you activate this particular global options, unless you close the SAS session, these options will be active. And one more thing here, I want to tell you. So right now, if you see your data with the slashes, if you see your data with here also slashes, but here is a dashes, but it's a point. But when you are looking into your output, just go and look into your output all with slashes. How it is possible? Whatever the available data, whatever it is, it need to be print as it is, but default everything you are getting is slashes. The reason behind that is when I'm giving DDMMYY 10 dot, default you will get it as slashes only. Whatever the data it is, maybe separated with slash or dash or point, let it be, but output will be with slashes when you are applying DDMMYY 10 dot. Some cases the client requirement is, some cases they need a slashes, there is a cases they need it in a requirement as a with dashes, some cases they need as a decimals, nothing but your 23 dot and 12 dot and all. So some cases they need to get it as a 23 colon 12 colon 2003, or else 23 12 2003 you are giving it in a different cases. Now you are applying DDMMYY 10 dot format. So total 10 digits of your length you are using it. DDMMYY 10 dot you are giving. DDMMYY D10 dot, nothing but your dashes. P means points, C means colons, B means blanks, you will get it. That means whatever the data is available in this format, DDMMYY 10 dot is enough. But if you need a dashes, you need to write extra DDMMYY D10 dot. If you need a points, write DDMMYY P10 dot. If you need a colons, write DDMMYY C10 dot. If you want it blanks, DDMMYY B10 dot, you need to write it. That's it. That simple it is. How you are going to write. Right now, I have a specific example on this. I'm going to explain that. Data MEDI2 is your dataset name. In the input statement, PID, age, JDate, LDate, and informant statement. JDate I'm giving MMDDYY 10 dot format. That means this is month and this is date and this is year. That is fine. LDate I'm reading it as a date, month, and year. That's fine. So I'm trying to read this data into SAS environment and submit it. So now I can expect 3 observations from the data. That is fine. Now what I'll need to do is proc print data equal to medidata. Format I am applying JDate. How I need it? I want to display the JDate as a DDMMYY B10 dot. Nothing but JDate will be the blanks. I need it. But LDate I want to display with the dashes D10 dot. So that what happen now? If I run the program, it is going to be happen the same thing. J date will be with the blanks. See, you will get with the blanks. So sorry about that. That is what we can say. In my Chrome, the Skype is already installed, so that's the reason why it is giving some number and you can directly call her and all. But that is not the case here. So this number. So whenever you are getting some blanks here, so 09 space 07 space 1992 and all with the, so nothing but your J date will be with the spaces and L date will be with your dashes. Or else if you want it as a points, just imagine instead of this blanks, shall I give it as a P, so that you will get the points. If you want, you just see that. See, you got the points, 15 point, 10 point, 90, 90 and all. Or else if you want, you can get it columns also. See, so that you can able to get your columns also in the meanwhile. See, 15 column, 10 column, 90, 90. Most of our industry standard dates will be with this only. Okay, so this one and slash dashes and columns is the very important thing in real time. That's it. And now sometimes they want the date in this format also. Date values you are giving in format and format. So 12th December 2003 in date 9 dot format, and here also date 9 dot format. 12th December 2003, it's a date 11 dot format, but output I want it is a 9 dot. 12th December 2003 and date 7 dot format, and here also date 7 dot format. So what happened? I'll try to create a dataset name data lab info, input statement PID with age, J date and L date, informant statement J date and L date, date with 11 dot format, and cards is the statement I'm giving it here. So whatever the data is available in the SAS, it is going to be read it as 11 dots. Up to 11 dots, there is no problem. You can read it. When I'm printing it, if I'm giving a date 9 dot, can you just tell me J date I'm not applying any format, but L date I'm applying a format. So what is going to happen now? How the J date will be printed and how the L date will be printed? Can anyone answer my question? If I run the same program again, if I run this program, how the J date will be displayed and how the L date will be displayed?
I guess
J
JDate
date
will be
default.
That means it's just numbers. That means you're thinking about it without
no,
giving any
L,
some dates or anything. Okay, true.
exactly.
Then go for L
And
date.
L date will be 11th December 2003 without any
Exactly.
dashes.
Without any dashes. Okay, that is also fine. So that's what happening. But J date with still with some proper date only. Can anyone tell me what is the reason why it is happening?
Because we did not mention any D dot.
Then
Date
what
line, the
happened means,
format applies to both of them.
yes, exactly, you're right. So the format statement will be applicable for both variables also. The date 9 dot will be applicable for your J date and as well as L date also. Just imagine you have around 10 variables. All the 10 variables you want to apply the same date format as a date 9 dot. Then why you need to write again date 9 dot, date 9 dot, date 9 dot for each and every variable wise? It's not required. You can write it like this. Mention all the variables at the end, write the date 9 dot. Or else you just tell me now, if I run the same program with small modifications, tell me now how it is going to be.
It exclusively takes JDate as date 9 dot.
9 dot. What about the L date?
It applies date 11. Date 11 itself.
That means it will be with numbers only. See?
Okay.
That means that will be applicable only for your J date. It will not applicable for your L date. Clear? Yes. So this is how we are reading it with date formats. There is a certain cases like how we are going to read. Suppose just a minute, January 2003. How it is going to be read? There is no date. or else if you want to read the data Jan 03 or else Jan hyphen 2003, how you are going to read this type of data into SAS environment. So whatever I am teaching right now, all is just to discussing about how we are going to handle different date formats into SAS environment. Right now what I'll do is just data, info lab, input PID, age, JDate and LDate, informant JDate with month, year 7 dot, LDate with Julian with 7 dot I am giving it. So cards is the statement I am giving. 10 with 30 and January 2003 and 2003 hyphen. So some dates is here. You just see this. Data lab info is your info lab is your dataset name. Input statement PID, age and JDate and LDate also you are giving. In format JDate will be month, year 7 dot. LDate will be the Julian 7 dot format I am giving. Cards is a statement. 10 with 30 January 2003 and 2003 32 and all. There is no problem for your JDate. JDate will be read as a month and year with 7 dot format. That is fine. There is no harm in that. But LDate will be like a Julian 7 dot format I have given. Can anyone tell me how this date is going to be read? Can anyone just try to understand what is this date? Which one is year, which one is month, and which one is date? Imagine.
2003 is the year.
2003 year
March.
and
March 2nd. Okay, that is fine.
Second.
Then down one 2003 and 7 is nothing
July.
but August. August or July?
July.
Yes,
July.
July. And
July
5th.
5th.
Fine. So 2003, 11. 11 is nothing but
November.
November
November.
and 0 date. Is it right?
no.
Then
Yeah.
This is 32nd date, first one, 75th date in the year, and 110th year date in the 2000
exactly, you
year
are right.
2003.
So generally Julians is nothing but it will be calculate number of days. Understand?
Mhm.
What is the number of days? 2003 plus 32 days. Is it right? See, 2003 plus 32 days. This one. So 31 days for your January 31st. Is it right? 32 day. That is what your February 1st. You can able to get it. If I run the same program now, this date is resembles to February 1st of 2003. In the same way, can you just tell me what about this? 2003 plus 75 days. We know that already 31 days gone for your January. How many days is left? Tell me how many days is left? 75, 31 is gone. And another 28 is gone for your February. February 2003 is not at all a leap year, right? So whenever it is a leap year, you don't have
March.
any 29 days. So
March
March,
16.
March 16.
exactly, you are
March
right.
16th.
March 16th will be the date if you read this date. What about this then? 110 days. 31 plus 28 plus how much remaining? As per my concern, it is going to be the April 20th. So that you just see now, then you can able to get it. See? February of 2003, 16th of your March and 20th of your April 2003. Fine. So for L date, Julian dates you have read it in a 100% right manner. What about the J date? J date, if you just see in the data, we have given only January 2003, Feb 2003, March 2003. But if you looking into your output, but output is just look like 01 of your January 2003, 01 of your February 2003, 01 of your March 2003. How you got it? How you got it? That means SAS default if you don't have any date. So SAS thinks that the first day of that particular month will be considered as a date value. Understand? So that's the reason why Jan 2003. That means there is a possibility you can take it as a 1. There is no harm to take it as a 1. Why? Because when you say January, that means you entered into the January. That is your January 1st only. Okay, SAS will always consider like that. Understand what happening here? How the SAS is reading into proper way?
Yes.
Yes. So January 1st, February 1st, and March 1st. It will be read into SAS in a proper way.
Thank you for the example, the third example.
Yeah. So now,
Naidu, can you please explain
Naidu,
once again,
one more.
Julian, Julian is
Yeah.
nothing
How
but
to calculate?
how to calculate. I'll just do one thing here. I'll give the plus sign so that it will be easy for you.
Okay.
Huh. 2003 plus 32 days. Can you just calculate it? 31 days for your what? January, right? January, how
Okay.
many days? 31 days only, right? In any year.
Yeah.
Plus, how many days is left? 32 days, right? 31 days is consumed. How many days is left? Only one. One I am giving here. This one is fall under January month is finished. The one is your February 1st. Got it?
Okay.
You just tell me now then. Okay. 31 days for your January plus total 75 days, right?
Yeah.
31 plus 1 equal to 32. We make it. How about the 75? 31 days for your January plus it is not leap year, right? 2003.
44.
How much is
44.
44 is pending? But how many months
24.
you have? February you have 28 days for your February.
28
Is it
days.
right?
Yeah.
How many days is left still? 16 days.
Yeah.
So that 16 is nothing but what? Where it will be fall?
March.
March, right? Okay, come down.
Okay.
So here again 31 days for what?
January.
Okay, good. So 28 days for what?
March. Sorry, February.
February. So again March, how many days? Right?
51.
So that means
So
31.
March
So how many
31.
days is pending still?
20.
20 days
So
pending. This
20
20
April.
here, 20th of your
Also.
April. Got it?
Yeah. Got it. Got it.
Yeah, that is what
Yeah.
the calculation is.
Yeah. Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yes. So this is how we are calculating the Julian dates, also different dates and all. If you are not giving a month and default house as will be read this dates and all, we have
Yeah,
it.
Naidu, one doubt. Sorry to interrupt you. Like, how are you getting the tables in the output?
Which one you are talking about? It's
In
look
the
like a
output,
table format you are talking about this.
yes. How are you getting like a table format?
Default you will get it. If you are putting HTML output as a default, then automatically you will get the table format.
Oh, okay. Because I'm not getting it, so I was just
You
worried how I.
mostly you are just putting as a list format. If you want it, you can make it as a table format also. But whatever you are using, just that is the better way. Try to use that.
This is
Oh,
HTML format, right?
This is HTML of
Okay.
your output, but we don't want
Okay.
it in real time also. But here there is no chance. It will be displayed in this format only.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Just go for it. The which one is available over there right now? What you are running? Try to stick for that only. Don't try to change anything. Understand? Okay, so come here. Sometimes what happen? See, right now, data, demo data is your dataset name you are giving. Input statement, PID, age, and JDate. I'm giving in format. JDate will be the month, year, 7 dot format, and card statement you are giving. 10, 30, January 2003, 11, 32, February 2003, 12th, 28, March 2003 you are giving. If I run the same program, what happen? It will be created one program, that one data set, that's it. No need to worry about that. Okay, come down. At the down, it's a new. Proc print data equal to metadata, sorry, demo data. Format JDate I'm giving, joining date. Week, date 16 I'm giving. What happened? Week, date 16 if I'm giving. Including a week, total up to 16 digit it will be displayed. Wednesday, January, Jan 103. But 16 is not constant. If you want, you can increase it. I'll increase it to 24. See the previous output and try to remember. We got it as a Ved Jan 103. That's it, right? I'll
So
try to increase
Wednesday.
it. Yes, I'll try to increase it by bit of size by 24 characters. So that how it is going to be displayed. It will be displayed a bit more. See, it is just displaying like a Wednesday, Saturday. You are getting it is a bit more, but Jan and Feb and like that only it is displaying still. And 2003 you got it instead of 03. Okay, still I'll increase the size bit more. 34 I'll give it. So that you see now. See, Wednesday, January 1st, 2003. Saturday, February 1st, 2003. Saturday, March 1st, 2003. 34 I have given. If I given 64, can you just tell me what happened? See, weekday specified with out of range. That means the length is more than you expected. Suppose if I am giving 38, weekday 38, then what happened? See, you will get the message this one. So what is the maximum then? 34 is the maximum. So only that only you can write it to your different date formats, not more than that. Okay, come here. As of now, I have explained about the informant statement. See, in each and every program, whatever we write, we first try to write informant statement. After that informant statement, we are trying to use a format statement. So that is what happening. First informant and later on format. Now what I'll do is I'll try to remove the informant statement. In behalf of informant statement, I'll write a colon modifier. So this is called colon modifier. I'm using it. See, if I use the colon modifier, there is no use of informant statement within the data step itself. See, data patient info is your dataset name. In the input statement, PID, age, JDate, and LDate. So no need to write the informant statement in the input statement itself. We are finishing off. JDate will be the colon with DDMMYY 10 dot. LDate with colon with date 9 dot format. So that means informant statement is finished in the input statement itself. So this is bit advantage than our existing one. Okay, if you want it, you can write it like this also. In behalf of informant statement, you can write colon modifier. But remaining all the program will be the same. There is no change. All will be the same. But here what you need to understand, instead of informant statement, we have used colon modifier. That's it. So that if I run the program now, then the data will be read it in a proper way. Got it? Clear? Yes. That's it. I'll stop it here because it is just a bit overwhelming. I have discussed many options and many statements right now. I'll stop it, and tomorrow I'll just starting the new class with the that means how we are going to read the data values like numericals, as well as how we are going to read the time also in later on classes. By tomorrow's class we will just see. For a while of today, I'll just stop here. So our today's concept, we have learned different concept. Like first we have learned what is informant, and after that we have learned what is the format. What are the different date formats we have, like DDMMYY 10 dot, DDMMYY 8 dot, or MMDDYY format and all. Or else after that we have learned about the date 9 dot format we have learned, and date DDMMYY 10 dot with the slashes, blanks, colons, points. These are all those things we have learned. And after that we have learned about the Julian dates also. After that we have learned about a week date also. So those are all those things we have learned as of now. Okay, tomorrow concept we'll just read how we are going to deal with some different numerical values, and how we are going to read some different time values also in later on classes. These times and dates play a important role in real time. It's very important in real time. Okay, so when situation come, I'll explain how these times and date values and how it is going to be read and all those things. So I will explain. Okay, for a while these are all like whatever the classes every day I'm teaching, these are all like a bricks. One fine day we are going to construct one building with these bricks. So whatever I'm giving every day, it is just some material, that's it. So final stage we'll try to construct a big building, so then I'll show you that. So these are all you need to learn well, then only you will not hesitate to learn that class of the big one. Okay, and one more thing is, whatever I am just training, giving it training, you don't have any scope to skip it or also to take it as a choice. Okay, this class is I cannot able to practice it, just leave it. I have practiced the remaining all. Just imagine if you are leaving one class, that means you are completely losing one topic from your real time itself. Whatever is required in real time, I just customized all my course according to the real time. I'm not giving a syllabus like whatever it is available in the book. I'm just not copy pasting those. These are the things which is very relevant to your real time and as well as your certification also. If you miss somewhere, then you are trying to leave or so trying to just reducing your marks from your certification. You just imagine. Don't miss all these concepts. Try to follow whatever I'm. You just, if you are you when you are taking a classes, you are thinking that it's not understood, try once, two times, three times, you just try it. Still you are not clear, then I'm here anyway. You just ask me, I'll try to explain well for you again in an understandable manner. Don't simply just agree with you. If possible, just argue with me with that particular statement or concept, whatever is it, and try to learn more things. That's what my concept is. Whatever you can learn, you just learn it from me. Okay guys, I have done for the day. Any questions?